Hi, welcome in.
Hi, Kyle. I'm just admitting folks from the waiting room. You're on mute.
Thanks. I'm actually seeing this for the first time.
Okay, why not? I'm gonna put, let's see, what will I do? Admit, I'm gonna add you as the host. Let's see if I could do that.
I've already got that.
Oh, yeah, because you were the first one in, right?
Yep.
Oh, yep, there you go. So me and Liz are the co-hosts. When I leave, I'll reassign it to Stephanie or Alex.
Cool.
Do you know how to admit people?
Yeah, I just did. There we go.
Okay, very good. Hi, Alex. Love your do. Get it.
I've been dying to get a haircut for a few weeks now, but I think I'm going to have to wait a little bit longer.
For some reason, I feel like that haircut suits your personality, Kyle.
I have had it many times in the past. So.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. Good morning, good morning.
I'm going to step away really quick, but I'll be back in a couple minutes.
So Alex, Stephanie, Liz, can you all see students in the waiting room?
Yes, I'm getting the admit.
Cool. I'll stay on for a few more minutes, but I don't want to interfere on academic time. So I'll see if either Kyle needs to reassign a co-host or if I should leave and then it pre-reassigns. I think Kyle would have to assign the next co-host.
For the next meeting after this.
Yeah, so I think if I leave, so Kyle, if I leave, make sure you assign the next co-host to Alex, because I think he's not assigned to anything right now.
Sounds good.
So I'll leave in a few just to let you all run your session, but I just wanted to make sure the Zoom link worked.
Did you get to meet with just the cohort this morning?
No, I think my first meeting's tomorrow at 9.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I wonder how many, if we knew how many we get to expect.
We should have approximately 25 in here, but we still have students zooming in.
Okay. I'll give them a couple minutes.
Yeah, let's give them till maybe 10:05 or such.
What's that puppy's name?
This is Lily. She's a
Hi,
lemon.
Lily.
She's a lemon beagle.
Nice.
For the students that are here, welcome to Cohort 1. I'm excited to meet you. I'm your advisor. Liz and Alex are your summer bridge leaders, and Kyle and Stephanie are your instructors. If you can think of summer bridge, I'd say as someone kind of holding your hand through the experience, and a hand has 5 fingers. So the 5 folks that are going to be here for you from now until the end of summer bridge would be me, the 2 academic instructors you have, Stephanie and Kyle, And the fabulous summer bridge leaders you've got here is Alex and Liz. So we are literally a hand holding you all the way through from now until the end of summer bridge. We care about you. We love you. We're excited to get to know you all personally. I won't see the big group until tomorrow at 9. That's what the schedule says. But if you want to meet me today, I do have drop-in hours today from 1 to 5. So I'd love to get to know you all before the official meeting. But I'm really excited to get to know you. If you have any questions for me, please feel free to email me. I will put my email in the chat before I leave. But this next hour is going to be the introduction of your academic instructors for Summer Bridge. So that would be Professor Kyle and Professor Stephanie. And then at 11, after this, you'll get the formal introduction of your Summer Bridge leaders, which would be Alex and Liz. And then after that, starting at 1, actually no, at 12, you'll have the panel. You'll have a student panel, so you can ask more questions, but directly to students. And then at 1, we have the Native American and Indigenous student cohort for students interested in attending. And then after 1, at 2, my drop-ins will start. So if you're interested in meeting me in advance today, please come through at 2. I want to meet you. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow at 9. I'll be here for a few minutes and then I'll zoom out to allow the faculty to do their thing. And then Alex, Liz, Kyle, and Stephanie will be here. Anything else to add on my end? Alrighty, I'll be muted. Nice to meet everyone.
Thanks, Amal. Hi, everyone. My name's Stephanie Irabaran. I'm your reading and writing instructor, and I am super excited to be here. This is our 3rd round of an academic component in Summer Bridge, and I have had the pleasure of getting to be a part of it every year. And so I was so excited to hear that we are still making it happen, even remote, because the amount of information that you are going to get bombarded with the next 2 weeks is would just set you up for success in every avenue of the academy and college life, and I am happy to be a part of it. I was hoping maybe we could just go around the room and at least start with a quick introduction, your name, your major, and a fun fact about yourself. I will start. My name is Stephanie Irabaran, and I worked for the English department for the past 4 years. And my fun fact is my 1.5-year-old learned to escape from his crib last night, so I will be drinking an abundance of coffee this week. And I'll shoot it over to my colleague, Kyle.
Hi, so I'm Kyle Falbo. I'm an instructor in mathematics at Sonoma State. I've been at Sonoma State now, this will be going on to my 3rd year, but I also taught up at Humboldt State for a little while, College of the Redwoods, also up in Humboldt. I was out at Salt Lake Community College for a few years as well, so I've been teaching math for a long time. And I'm a 3rd generation mathematician, so my grandfather taught at Sonoma State up until like 96, and my uncle teaches at Santa Rosa Junior College, so math is kind of the family business. And I'm really looking forward to working with you all. Had a really fun last semester, getting to use Zoom a lot and getting to use Canvas a lot. And so really hoping to get to share a lot of these new tools with you. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun couple weeks. And I'll just go ahead and pass it over to Alex.
Hello. My name is Alex Grandison. I'm a 2nd year. My major is psychology and Spanish, and a fun fact about myself would have to be I broke my leg playing basketball. I will popcorn off to Liz.
Hi, my name is Liz, and I was there when Alex broke his leg. So I'm going into my 3rd year, and my major is human development. I was a bio major, and I recently changed to human development. And do I popcorn to like one of the students, or yeah, okay. I will popcorn to Emily. I mean, Lupe. Sorry, I'm popcorn to Lupe.
Hi, I actually go by Crescencia, but it has Lupe there. I'm majoring in biology, and a fun fact is I'm really scared of snakes. So
So whenever you're done, maybe Crescencia, if you want to popcorn to someone else, just pick a name on there.
Okay, I'm gonna popcorn to Emily Ramiro.
Hi, my name is Emily. I'm in a computer science major, and a fun fact about me is that I like cats. Popcorn Grace.
Hi, my name is Grace Hernandez. I am undeclared right now. I hope to figure that out very soon. And fun fact about me is that I'm a vegetarian. A popcorn to Ronaldo.
My name is Ronaldo, and my major is business marketing. And something interesting about me is that I tore my ACL. Oh, could you guys hear me or not?
If you could pass it off to somebody else in the. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's okay.
How do I do that?
Just pick somebody who you see on the screen who hasn't been chosen yet.
Oh, there. Oh, I popcorn at Haley.
Hi, I'm Haley. My major is biology. And a fun fact about me is I play the trombone. I'll pass it to Christian.
Christian, you're up.
Oh, sorry, I couldn't hear. Hello, my name is Christian Quintero. I plan to major in biology BS, and a fun fact about me would be that I've never been on a plane before. I'll pass it on to Jacqueline.
Hi, I actually go by Jackie, but it says Jacqueline. I plan on majoring in economics and business, and fun fact about me, I've been to Peru and China. Oh, and I'll pass it off to Erica.
Hi, my name's Erica. I'm planning on majoring in computer science, and hopefully I'll also be able to major in education. And a fun fact about me is that I work in the fields during the summer with wine. I don't know who to pass it on to. I'll pass it on to Alejandra.
Hi, my name is Alejandra, and I'm going as undeclared. And a fun fact is I've never broken a bone before. I'll pass it on to Destiny.
My name is Destiny. My major is biology, and my fun fact is I've been in 2 Christmas parades. Yeah. I'll pass it on to Samantha.
Hi, my name is Samantha. I'm going to major in biology, and one of my fun facts is I love traveling. I'll pass it on to Elizabeth.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth, and I'm majoring in biochemistry. And a fun fact is I never went to Disneyland before. And I passed to Jennifer.
Oh, my name's Jennifer. My intended major is criminal justice, and a fun fact is I'm scared of the dark. Oh, and I pass it on to Antonio.
My name's Antonio Romo. I prefer to go by Tony. My business, my major is gonna be business administration, and a fun fact about me is I like cars. I'll pass it on to Aline.
Hi, my name is Aline. I applied for the criminal justice major as well. And fun fact is I painted this wall during quarantine, if anyone was wondering. And I'll pass it on to, who hasn't went? Owen?
Hi, my name is Owen. I'm currently undeclared. And back in elementary school, for my fun fact, back in elementary school, I used to think bowl cuts were cool. And so I had one for a while. Let's see. I'll popcorn to Ronaldo if he has a plan.
I already went.
Okay. I actually don't know who else hasn't gone. So, let's go with Liz.
Elise, have you gone? There we go. We can't hear you, Elise. Are you talking? I'm not sure. That's okay. That's okay if we're having mic troubles. I'll give you a bit. Is there anyone else who hasn't gone? Rebecca, did you go?
No, I haven't. Hi, my name is Rebecca. I'm planning on majoring in criminal justice and criminology. And a fun fact is I'm pescatarian.
Is there anyone else I'm missing? I think we're good.
Do you want me to go, Stephanie?
Yeah, Molly, yes.
Before I leave?
Yes.
Hey, y'all. My name is Amel. Similar to Soon, you're going to be an SSU alum in about 4 years. I'm an SSU alum from EOP. Excited to be here. My fun fact is that my name means hope. And I'm the firstborn child in my family, so my family named me Hope so they can have hope for their new journey in America.
I love it. Thank you. I'm still admitting a few people. Got a few more coming in. Okay, so next up, we are going to kind of give you a little overview as to what having an academic component to Bridge means and what that will entail for you for the week. So I'm going to share my screen. Did I let everyone introduce themselves? I think I have. Scanning the room real fast. Erica, I think, did you just come? Oh, no, we heard from Erica? We heard from Erica. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, perfect. So we have a syllabus, and I'm starting here just so you can see how to get to it for just in case. I know you had a quick rundown of this on your onboarding, but so here is your holy grail of online services. And you go to your Canvas. You're gonna go to our course. We are cohort 1. We gotta figure out a chant. And so here is your course for our summer bridge with all of its info. And then I'm gonna go over here to syllabus. And I'm gonna click right here. And here it is. So this is your holy grail for our class. So at the top, you'll find our info and our office hours. I was gonna touch base with all of you. I know that you may be juggling with work schedules or what have you. So I wanted to be able to be available in the afternoon and also a little bit later. And I'm always available by appointment. And I'd be happy to do either Zoom or even email or even telephone if it's easier. So you just let me know. We are here for you. But it is always important to utilize those office hours because that's what we are here to do. We are here to help. So as a classroom community, our capacity to generate excitement is deeply affected by our interest in one another and hearing one another's voices and recognizing one another's presence. Bell hooks. And I'm gonna pass the torch to Kyle to talk about, or Professor Kyle, to talk about our learning objectives.
All right, so I'm noticing I'm getting some requests coming in for the document. So if you're not able to access this document, just give it a moment, and I'll be able to make sure that you can see this through Canvas. But I think you should still have access to it. So we're looking right now at the outcomes for this course, and I just wanted to maybe talk a little bit about like a syllabus document in general, because I don't think that this is something that you actually see very often in high school, to have like a document that's like a contract for your class. But there is so much important information that you're going to get on a syllabus for all of your classes. So at the beginning of each semester, when you get this syllabus, you're going to want to study it. And I know a lot of instructors will actually do like a quiz on the syllabus within the first week. So, you know, really understanding what's on the syllabus, you'll learn things about like grading structure and like how your homework is expected to get turned in. And but at the university side of things, we always put forward what the outcomes of that course are. And so the outcomes that we have for this University 100 course is that we're going to be demonstrating the skills that are needed to develop meaningful, healthy relationships, be actively engaged in college, develop a sense of belonging within the campus community. You're going to be gaining strategies for further developing college level reading and writing skills by identifying and exploring your voice in writing and in discussion. And then on the math side of things, you're going to be developing skills and working with others in a problem solving setting. So there'll be some kind of group activities that are happening. Practice the process of collecting data in an uncontrolled environment. So we're going to be collecting data on each other, and then we're going to be, all of the cohorts are going to be working together with a shared data set that we'll end up working and doing some math on. We'll develop the meaningful and relevant questions that may be investigated with empirical data. So you'll be coming up with questions that you'll be asking your own cohort as well as all the rest of the cohorts. And so like, what are some interesting things that we could be asking each other that might be useful for us to, as the last one states, construct and interpret graphical displays of data and or summary measurements in order to make a supported claim in response to a question of interest. So we can answer questions with the math that we are learning to answer the questions on the data that we are collecting over the next couple weeks.
Yes, and just to come back to the reading and writing aspect, what really stands out that I want to make a point to say is that we're going to practice your college level reading and writing skills by identifying, explaining, and exploring your voice in writing and in discussion. So entering the academy, it almost feels like you're learning a new language, and you're having to kind of learn how how to tread in those waters. And the important part of this particular unit or class, which you will be getting 1 unit of credit for, which is awesome, is making sure that you know how relevant your voice and your experiences in the realm of education and the academy, that you don't have to stifle that or take on some generic identity. We are instead going to find it and incorporate it into what you learn. So course description. This is so we're with the remote, it's going to be including synchronous and asynchronous online and class instruction. So we will each be meeting. We'll do English and math back to back, and we each get 1 hour. The reading and writing component focuses on the significance of language, literacy, and written expression, and developing our own identities and our relationship to the various contexts in which we live. So the main theme of this course is going to be considering the meaning of education and identify in relation and identity in relation to education. So anytime you start anything, my first day of teaching instruction, I ask what you're doing here. And I think it's important to know that and have that in the back of your mind as you enter every class, because it gives you a sense of purpose and keeps you focused, so that in 4 years you will be the Sonoma State alum and prepared for all the world's endeavors, basically. So our goal is to empower and inspire you by helping you gain some familiarity with college level reading and writing practices, identifying academic campus resources, and developing your voice. So that's the reading and writing side.
And then on the quantitative reasoning side, what we're looking at is the role that mathematics and statistics play in understanding ourselves and the world around us. So I'm not going to kind of read through this entirely, but basically what we're going to be doing is about a 2-week chunk of the kind of thing that you'll be doing if you end up taking a statistics course. And I'd say that the vast majority of students in college will take some form of statistics at some point along the way, even if you're not taking a traditional statistics course. So those that are taking the statistics course will be that much ahead of the game when they go into that course, because you'll already had 2 weeks of statistics going in. So that's basically what we're going to be looking at over the next couple weeks.
Perfect. And then each syllabus that you receive, this kind of becomes like all my syllabus become my Bible for the semester, right? You're getting to find out everything about what your teachers want, how they plan to structure their class, how they want you to spend your time. And so this is a course schedule. So we've got day 1 today, we're meeting as a Zoom class, and then your homework. You'll have a reading and writing reflection and then a data collection. And so it's outlined this way all the way through the week. I'm not going to go through each one just because we will go through them as they arise, and we'll keep moving right along. So reading and writing assignments. So the next is all the assignments that we will be doing for the week. And so I'm not going to read off of this either, but the people, think that, how many people like to read and write? Any readers, any avid readers in here? Maybe a couple. Okay, well, yay. Whether you like to or not, college requires a ton of reading and writing and studying. And so I'm going to hopefully equip you with tricks and tips as to how to navigate the workload of reading and writing effectively. And so writing as a process is the number one thing that I hope you walk away from this class knowing, and it is not done overnight. It takes some time and some commitment, and I will be here with you every step of the way to teach you how to sort of speak back to a text and bring your voice in with these different texts that we'll be working with. And by the end of the week or 2 weeks, you will have written a 3-page critical paper for me, but we are going to scaffold that. So it's not going to hit you all at once. And we also have a super fun poetry assignment that I'm excited to get into. We won't get in there yet. Quantitative reasoning.
I know that someone was asking in the chat about the hand raise option, which is, you can always find that in the participants section. And then I don't know if you did have an actual question, but you can unmute yourself right now and ask if you'd like. But if you were just wondering about where that is, that's fine too. Okay. I'll jump in with what it is that we're going to be looking at for quantitative reasoning. So I'm not going to read everything on here, but the quick thing that I just want to say about it is we're going to first collect some individual data, and you've got an assignment. We'll get a chance to take a look at the homework for tonight for both of our sections. And then we'll kind of look at some and learn a little bit. You'll be watching some video lectures about some math terminology and about data displays and variability, how we organize data. And then you're going to learn how to use an online tool for creating statistical graphs that you'll be looking at. You'll take those graphs and you'll start developing research questions within small groups. And then we'll take those research questions, collect a larger data set from everybody in Summer Bridge, and then use that data to answer questions and put together a nice presentation about those statistical questions. So it's going to be a pretty good journey. And this is a pretty good project. This is the kind of thing that you might see as like a, not a semester long, but like a half semester long project in statistics. And it would be a little bit more fleshed out, but this is a good introduction to the type of projects that you would be doing in a math class at Sonoma State.
All right, and then just a quick mention that unfortunately with our time constraints, late work will not be accepted because we are on a pretty tight schedule to be able to get everything in. But as I mentioned before, Kyle and I are both available to you for either by appointment or office hours. And so anytime you need help or you get stuck, we are here for you. And you are, like I had said, you're getting a 1 unit credit for this class. So just a little classroom policy maybe Professor Kyle wants to go over.
Sure. So just in terms of like our Zoom settings, when you come in, you're all going to be muted. And that's primarily for background noise and things like that. I've got these 2 loud beagles, and so I'll mute myself because they'll be barking anytime the mailman comes or things like that. But there's going to be this kind of limited setting up of a Zoom classroom meeting. So try to set up somewhere with sufficient light. So like I had to do a lot of like pre-work to make sure that like you could see my face and that the lighting was correct. And you should really try to get yourself into a classroom like setting for yourself, right? That's going to set yourself up for success. You know, trying to be like in bed or like sitting like on a couch, you know, is not going to be the best, especially if you want to be doing like taking notes and things like that. And we're just trying to get you prepared for the semester where the expectation is that you're going to be really engaged and you know, and having a good classroom environment for yourself is going to set yourself up for success. We're asking that you just, you know, change your Zoom name to be whatever it is that you would like to be preferred to be called. And so that way, when we address you, we're addressing you by the correct name. I heard a couple people correcting us along the way. That's fine too. Please correct us if we mispronounce your name so that we can pronounce it correctly. A lot of classroom policies don't allow cell phones in class. And so I know that many of you maybe right now are the only way you have to access Zoom is a cell phone. So that's fine. But just know that when you get into, you know, your more direct college experience, you're going to have instructors that may require that you're using some sort of a laptop. And just try to make sure that if you are using Zoom on your phone, that you have it set up so that way you can, not receive or get a call. It's not going to interrupt your Zoom experience. But the kind of real take-home message here is just trying to make sure that you're respecting the instructor and your classmates with your attention and your presence via Zoom. That's going to be really important in any of your classes. We're asking that you don't record any of your class sessions. And I would try to kind of take this outside of just the summer bridge, but into your classroom sessions, is that a lot of what's going to happen in your classes is going to be in a safe space where people need to feel comfortable discussing without having something get turned back onto them later. And while if you're interested in getting the actual class recording, we're recording the entire session for anybody to have access to, but having things like the chat getting recorded in some way, that should not be something that's getting shared outside of the classroom. So if you outside of summer bridge are wanting to have some sort of recording of the sessions, you should be speaking with your instructors directly about doing that. So Sonoma State is really fortunate that it's composed of culturally and ethnically diverse students. All individuals are going to be treated with respect, civility, and equality. Sharing ideas and belief is encouraged in the learning process, and it's got to be facilitated with an open-minded, nurturing, and supportive environment. So it's the faculty as well as the students' responsibility to create and maintain this classroom climate without exception. So we're encouraging that that everybody kind of hold each other accountable for this idea of creating this supportive learning environment. It's the idea of individual difference as collective strength, and upholding these principles as a top priority in being an effective instructor and human being. We're holding students accountable to that same level of advocacy in the learning environment. So really looking out for each other, being supportive of each other, and recognizing that everybody's opinion is valid in this conversation that we're all having.
And it's a great opportunity to be able to practice these critical conversations that need to be had in a classroom setting. And so respecting each other's opinions and in a space that is safe and facilitates and encourages different views and opinions, and but respecting them is the number one goal. Okay, thank you, Professor Kyle. So I'm just going to briefly run through the bottom of this because like we said, the syllabus just has so much useful information, and these are just resources outside of the classroom from students with special needs, the disability services for students. Our program actually has a specific advocate that we would be happy to get you in contact with. Sonoma State takes plagiarism, as will any university, takes plagiarism very seriously, and so any policies that you need to check, or any use of other people's information, can be found here. And then this is a quick intro to Canvas that gives you some links and some good tips on how to set up your Canvas in a way that you get to utilize all that it has to offer. And I know that Professor Kyle is a Canvas pro. Is there anything you want to touch on before I?
There's not a lot I'll add. I think when we get into the actual lecture content each day, I'll try to do a lot of tips and tricks along the way to help you out and get you all into becoming Canvas pros. I think there's a lot of little things that students will pick up that from other students that might that we just kind of want to make sure you break that habit, because there's a really smooth way to navigate Canvas no matter what course you're in. So we'll take a look at some of that stuff as we go.
Cool.
And I guess one thing I will add is that when we were designing the math stuff, what we were trying to do is hit as many different Canvas tools that you might actually see. So that way, when you go into a Canvas course, you won't be kind of hit off guard by seeing something new, because we're trying to hit things like discussion boards and quizzes and peer review feedback, all those types of things. We're trying to get you a little bit of an introduction to those things now before you actually get started in the fall.
Awesome. Yeah, and I will do the same with things like how to access readings from the library website, because that will, I'm sure will be asked of you this semester, as well as discussion boards and submitting assignments. So again, feel free to reach out to us personally if you run into any walls, but we will hopefully show you those things live in class. Okay, I did want to take a moment. So in an effort to pay tribute to original inhabitants of our land and to raise awareness about a lot of suppressed histories that aren't addressed and aren't publicized or haven't been so much in our education, and to practice acknowledgement, I'd like to do a land acknowledgement. And this was introduced to me by a colleague of mine, and I love this practice. And so I am currently in Petaluma, California, and that is originally coastal Miwok territory or land. And I learned this from reading Dr. Greg Sarris's The Last Woman from Petaluma's piece. And this actually was also where there used to be so many monarch butterflies that they blocked out the sun, and I just love that fact. And so if you're in I open the floor to anyone who would also like to share, or if they know who originally inhabited the land that they are on, I would welcome and invite you to share where you are. And if you are interested later on or through the next couple weeks, I'll ask this every class, or open up the floor every class. There's a website called Native Land, and it can show you what territory you are residing in, just as a side real fast. Does anyone want to share or no?
I'll share really quick while people are maybe looking up where they're at too. I'm in Sebastopol right now, which is Pomo land. And I got introduced to this idea of sharing native land through the musical artist Fiona Apple, who in her most recent album put the native lands where each of the recording locations were. And I really like this activity. So I'm glad to share that I'm in the Pomo area.
Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to jump right in for sake of time. Your first assignment from me is going to be a free write assignment, so roughly 2 to 3 paragraphs. And I'm asking you to answer the question of who are you and what does education mean to you? So tomorrow during our first Zoom class, each of you will have a few minutes to introduce yourselves, more so than we did today. We're actually going to get to hear from you. So you can use this exercise to brainstorm. You could select a portion of it to read if you feel more comfortable that way, or you're free to just speak. But we have a few questions to kind of spark a feedback. So where are you from? Who are the most important people in your life? What do you love to do? What were your favorite subjects in high school? What does coming to college at Sonoma State specifically mean to you? What classes are you most excited about? What activities are you most excited to participate in? And just what does education mean to you? And what are you hoping to get out of college? I like it asked as, what are you doing here, right? What is the goal? And so I'm not going to go through this, but this is available to you. So free writing is a process of writing, sometimes responding to a prompt without focusing on grammar, academic conventions, or worrying about what it sounds like, right? It's an opportunity for you to get words on paper, put pen to paper, and commit to your thought. So again, it's a chance for you to start exploring your voice and writing. And so we've kind of constructed these step-by-step guidelines to ask you to sit somewhere comfortable, remove yourself, to write, and then walk away from it for a minute. and kind of set a timer and just write. I mean, I've done this before. When I'm stuck, I've written a few times, I have nothing to say, and then all of a sudden I find something I want to say besides that. So you are going, there will be a spot on Canvas to submit this, and it's due by midnight this evening. So we will introduce ourselves next class with this. Any questions? Sound pretty good. Okay, and then Professor Kyle, are yours on here?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and steal the screen.
Perfect.
And I guess I will use this as an opportunity to do some Zoom navigation with us. So hopefully everybody can see my screen now. Okay, so when you log into Canvas, you should see something that looks like this. And Canvas is broken down into these kind of modules. And so, you know, you have this introduction to Summer Bridge, and maybe you got to see some of this. But we're down here on this day one. And so when I click into day one, this is how you got to this meeting that you're in with us right now, this 10 to 11, right? But as you go through your day, you'll go to these different Zoom meetings. And then when we get down to the homework aspect of things, you'll see here you've got the quantitative reasoning homework. So that was the assignment that we just heard about from Stephanie. And so that's there. And then the other part of what you're doing tonight is the quantitative reasoning homework. So what you're asking you to do is you're going to be watching this kind of short video that gets, so first off, you're going to find a resting heart rate. And then this video here will describe how it is that you can find and measure your pulse. So you'll get a resting heart rate. And then you'll also answer a few questions about what's called a profile of mood states. So how are you feeling right now as you're taking that resting heart rate? And then one of our professors, Dr. Natalie Hobson, has done this 5-minute meditation. And so you'll kind of go through and follow along with this 5-minute meditation. And then you'll, again, post-meditation, take your heart rate, and post-meditation, find your profile of mood states survey. And then what you'll do is you'll collect that data and make sure you're writing it in something that you can keep track of, so that way we have access to it later, because we're going to need that data along with some other data that we're going to collect along the way. Then what you're going to do is perform some sort of 5 minutes of light or moderate activity. You know, there's a couple examples here of different types of exercise that you can do. So just no heavy exertion or anything like that. You're just going to do 5 minutes of activity, and then again measure after 5 minutes of activity your heart rate and after your activity profile of mood states. And so you're just going to have these 3 sets of data: your resting heart rate and profile of moods, post meditation heart rate and profile of moods, and then post exercise heart rate and profile of moods. And then that's it. Just keep that data in a safe place. Tomorrow in class, we'll discuss how we can use that data to better understand ourselves and the world around us. And if you have any questions along the way about the data collection process, you can reach out to me via email, and I can just jump into, or I can jump into a quick Zoom meeting with you and do that. Just a reminder, like I've got an office hour today from 2:30 to 3:30. So if you get started with this and get stuck along the way, feel free to jump into that office hour too. So yeah, so just kind of jumping back to the home on our Canvas page. Each day you're going to have this start here that you'll go to. And I just want to bring this up because tomorrow, when we kind of do our work together, you're going to jump in and there's going to be this combined academic session. There's our Zoom meeting that we're in, the same Zoom meeting that we're in today. But then from 11 to 12, you'll see that there's this click here for the quantitative reasoning. And when you click here, you're going to have the actual stuff that's going to happen for tomorrow. So just know that there's going to be some Canvas pages that you'll go to for each day of work that we're working together that are in each one of these daily Canvas pages. Okay. All right, I'm going to stop sharing now and see if there's any questions there.
want to practice our thumbs up if everyone's good. You know how to find the thumbs up on. Oh yeah. I think there's button to click as well. Sweet. Where's my thumbs up? Plug in one too. All right. Well, it was a pleasure to meet all of you. I'm excited to get to work with you more this week. Thanks for being here. We're super excited to get you comfortable on Zoom and Canvas and everything else, so that when you start your fall semester, it is going to be a breeze. All right. Professor Kyle, you got anything you want to?
No, I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. And again, if you have any questions, pop into office hours. I'll have that Zoom link for my office hours posted in the syllabus shortly here. It'll also be on the Canvas pages. So.
Perfect. Yep, I'll put mine in as well, my personal meeting. All right, well, have a great rest of your day with Summer Bridge. I'm excited for you to all meet. You have a great advisor. Amal is, I mean, they're all great, but Amal is a rock star, so you are in good hands.
And then just so you guys know, I think I'm not sure exactly what the next session is for you, but I'll pull it up and just take a quick look. There's the Bridge Leader breakout session. That's still happening in this room. So if you want us to stay in here until noon, when that gets going, then that's fine. And I'm just setting it up so that they're ready for being the co-hosts for this room. And yeah, that'll get started at noon.
Awesome. Oh, I think it's at 11 actually.
Oh, sorry, at 11. Yeah.
At 11 o'clock. So we're gonna sign off, give you guys a little 10-minute break, and leave this room up, and then you'll meet here with your bridge leaders. Awesome. Thank you. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Hello, hello, welcome. How's everyone's morning going? What's it called? I'm seeing some Team Avatar, seeing some Team Cosmo. What's up, homies?
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, we're just gonna wait for a few more people to join. Let's see what. Cool. So, just some quick introductions. My name's Alex Grandison. I am the leader for Team Avatar, which is Emily, Alejandra, Grace, Jackie, Tony, Emily, Jennifer, Erica. It's called Y'all are part of Team Avatar. What's poppin'? What's good? I sent y'all an email yesterday with the Instagram. What's it called? This is my first year as a leader, and then I'll let Liz introduce herself.
Hi, my name is Liz. This is my second year being a summer bridge leader. Alex was actually one of my students last year when we were like in person for summer bridge, and now he's a leader too. So whoever's name wasn't called, you're on my team, and we're Team Cosmo. And I will be putting in like all the information when we have our own breakout session, which is like in like 5 minutes once everybody like joins. Just
So how are you guys feeling about Summer Bridge? Like, do you guys have any questions while we wait?
I don't have any questions, but I'm feeling a lot more relaxed, not as nervous.
That's good. That's good.
That's
That's
good.
good. It's called Hello, Ronaldo. Thank you for joining. So I'm gonna start the breakout.
Yeah, I think they're almost all here just because like there was like 23 of us, but that was including like the faculty.
I'm just gonna create one big room. That's not what I meant to do. Okay, so there you go.